For our creative commentary, we're going to talk about the commercialization of a small town. We can assume that the majority of you have been to Whistler, whether it was back in the 90s or even recently. But few actually have had the privilege of witnessing the immense changes that have occurred in the past 15 years. We attribute these changes to the commercialization that the media has done to Whistler. We believe that this is largely due to the impending Olympics in 2010.
It all began in 1976, when the Garibaldi Lift Company first pitched the idea for Whistler to host the Olympics. Since then, Whistler has been expanded to the extent that even the locals are complaining. In the past 40 years, Whistler has gone from having a dirt road entrance with a barely there village to where it is today. A paved 4-lane highway with million-dollar homes lining the streets.
Because of the worldwide recognition, this mountain has been attracting large events such as the annual TELUS World Ski and Snowboard Festival and Crankworks, along with several lesser-known racing events. These events bring event sponsors, and with these sponsors come media attention. Due to all the media attention, population growth drastically increased, resulting in the need for the expansion of the small winter ski resort into a world-recognized ski resort. The only proof that Whistler was once a small town is that there's only one gas station in the entire area.
From our own personal experiences, we've witnessed these changes as we both reside in Whistler's Creekside, and have for roughly the last 15 years. 15 years ago, all that existed of Creekside was an unsightly, muddy gravel parking lot with nothing more than one high-speed quad share to transport people up the hill. Today, though, this area is densely populated with stores, restaurants, and of course a Starbucks. And don't forget the free paved parking lot.
Speaking of parking, have we mentioned that the municipality of Whistler has decided that post-Olympics, the majority of public parking will be paid parking? For those who are ski bums and virtually living out of our cars, paid parking is unreasonably expensive. The cost of one day's parking is roughly the equivalent to dinner for that night.
Shows like MTV's Peak Season and CTV's Whistler have portrayed Whistler as being like the OC of British Columbia. Sure, there are people who induce dramatic scenes wherever they go, but the media stereotype the entire town to be like that. Aside from the fact that Whistler is in fact one of the best-known ski resorts in the world, I feel that the media is having a negative impact on what used to be a small ski town.
So, what happens after the Olympics? What will become of our small town? Will expansions keep happening, or will Whistler struggle with debt and useless venues?
The debt that is accumulated from the Olympics will be enormous by the time the ceremonies are over. Hopefully, the media will continue doing its job, bringing in tourist revenue to help pay for the massive expenses that the Olympics have incurred.